I've got to okay it. So anyway, I wanted to talk to you guys because people think that I'm like really confident because I'm on TikTok and I'm on YouTube and I make all these crazy videos. But Eric asked me to do something this week, and I've been procrastinating for it for the whole week because I don't want to do it, and that's go live on Facebook. And why am I so scared of it? I can do videos, I can talk for England, do you know what I mean? But the thought of sitting there with everybody actually live watching me, because I could say, because I do tend to say the wrong thing at the wrong time. I could say the wrong thing, I could drop myself in it, I could just, I just, it absolutely terrifies me. And I know that with Paul's mindset stuff, he can probably get me over that. And with Eric's constant messaging, Sarah, go live, Sarah, go live, Sarah, go live. I've got to do it. And it's like, I need you guys to kind of push me, because I won't push myself to do it. I'll just make every excuse under the sun not to do it. And I don't really understand what it is that frightens me so much, other than the fact that they're real people. Maybe I'm just socially anxious. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird.
Well, for a start, you've just hypnotized yourself to do it wrong. You've literally just done it on this call right now.
I?
Yeah, because you said I say the wrong thing at the wrong time. That's an affirmation.
Oh.
Why do you think they give people affirmations where they say, I am this, I am that? You just said, I say the wrong thing at the wrong time. Your brain does not want to make you a liar. Your brain doesn't want to make you a liar, and you're just telling it.
I'm going to say the wrong thing.
Literally just done it.
Oh, God.
That's one thing. So there's loads I could do, but do you want to talk, Eric, first?
Well,
we haven't heard from Eric. If you're on the podcast, by the way, I'm Paul Turner. That was Sarah Cruikshank, and this is Eric Green you're about to hear.
Well, I've been marketing for about 12 years online, and I started out doing video. That was the first course I ever was a YouTube course when YouTube was, still young and marketers were just getting on there, actually. So that was all brand new to me, but I've been doing the video thing for a while. I actually took some time off from that as well. So, and I built up some confidence in that area, and I'm sort of, sometimes people are like, wow, you're fearless in certain areas with that. You'll just jump on and say whatever. But the truth is, there are times that I have these weird things pop in my head. When I started doing video again, I took a little time off. Like, I will literally, because I have Facebook friends who I went to high school with that I haven't even talked to, but they're friends, but I literally haven't talked to in years. And I've had thoughts pop in my head like, I wonder what Tracy's going to think of this. And I'm like, why did that thought even pop in why did it even pop in your head? You don't even hang out with this person. You don't have a relationship with this person. Yes, you went to high school with them, and I might like their posts sometimes, or they put a family picture up, but I'm like, this person's not even in your life. And you had this weird thought in your head, like, I wonder what Tracy would think. Like Tracy hasn't seen me marketing for years and go, yeah, we all know all about the digital gangster. What's up with you? They don't care. But those thoughts still pop in my head from time to time. But what I do, for me personally, I need probably some Paul's NLP stuff as well. But what I do is I know this sounds weird, but I will do a little affirmation before I do videos. And I just say to myself, look, you've been in the industry a while, you have value to share. And this message, whether it's 1 or 1,000 people or more, there's somebody that needs to hear what I'm about to say. And all I want to do is put it out there. And hopefully that person is able to take something that I've said, just like I've been able to take things that from other people that I've seen. I just hope they find the video and do it. And then I just kind of say that to myself. And then for me, this is me personally. Now, TikTok's a little different because you're doing, maybe a skit or doing that stuff, you'll look back. But if I do like a video, 9 out of 10 times, 99% of the time, I do the video, I never rewatch it. I don't. I just post it. I don't care. I'm just like, there it is. Now I may rewatch it later, and then I'm like, okay, well, I could have probably done this, but it's already too late. I've already put it out there, and I don't care. But that's another thing that I do is I rarely ever rewatch. I don't try to pick apart my stuff. I just say, hey, I let it flow, let it go, and whoever's supposed to receive it, receive it. Whoever thinks I'm a dork thinks I'm a dork. It doesn't matter. Bye. I just throw it off into the digital universe, and I don't think about it again. So that's sort of where I'm at. Go ahead, Sarah.
Oh, that's cool. I know that maybe I should sort my Facebook friends out, but I've got like like all the mums from the playground at school and stuff, and I've got to go and take my kids into school the next day, and if I'm there on video being an arse, you know what I mean? Oh, I don't know, I don't know, I suppose I am scared of what people think. Maybe that's what it is.
So you were the first one to make a commission from our coaching offering, our coaching services.
Yeah.
Would you not, like, if anybody said anything, would you say, yeah, I still put the money in the bank there?
Yeah, I mean, that's the perfect comeback, isn't it? Say, yeah, I might have made myself look like a bit of a dick, but do you know what I mean? I've just paid for so and so out of that.
Well,
So
the way you do it is you say, but that's what works online. I appreciate, those of you that aren't informed, you don't know about it, but I still put the money in the bank. What about you? What have you done?
Yeah.
What are you doing as a side? Are you doing anything as a side hustle? Is that
they're rushing to get to the office because they,
Yeah. Mine's paid me this week. How's yours doing? Well, I haven't even got one. Oh, okay, cool. You have to learn what to do, and they don't pay your bills at the end of the day.
No, I know.
There's a part of your brain, if you want to get technical, and it's called the nucleus accumbens, and what it does is it looks at, is it worth me doing this? Is it worth me going to the gym today or eating the ice cream and laying on the sofa? Well, if I go to the gym, I know in theory I'm gonna lose weight like Eric and look, buff. Okay, but in reality, that's a way off, isn't it? And it's going to be hard work and it's going to be unpleasant. But right now, I can be on the sofa, I can eat the ice cream, which will give me pleasure rather than pain or lifting weights or running on a treadmill. And it weighs up the balance. And usually, obviously, it's laying on the sofa eating the ice cream. So one thing you can do, it's kind of called like timeline therapy and NLP, but one thing you can do is you create a lovely big picture in your head of all the benefits that you're going to get of doing your live videos or going to the gym or, keeping on that diet and not eating the ice cream or whatever it is, or doing that work. At the minute, I'm mad busy at the minute, recording videos, putting courses together, and I'm trading and doing all this stuff. But if you can see clearly where you're heading and you can see what it is, right, that you want, there's a way you can basically literally with your hands, you can grab that picture and pull it and put it in front of you. And that's saying to that nucleus accumbens part of your brain, actually, it's not way off, it's here. You're literally telling your brain it's here in front of you. And I know if you were listening on the podcast, that was a terrible demonstration, but you just bring it basically nearer your face. Okay. And it tricks your brain into thinking it's happening now rather than in the future. So that's one thing that I love. I think Eric was right on the money, though. It's when you stop caring about what other people think is when you become limitless.
I think Paul, Paul has all these crazy cool techniques with NLP. I mean, with me, I figured out techniques for my own brain. I think we all do that to kind of get ourselves moving forward. So I'm personally excited about all the NLP stuff that I can start to incorporate. I've known Paul forever. He's been doing NLP, and it's like, but I'm one of those that's like, I'm like you guys. I don't go back and do all the training and look through everything. I'm scatterbrained and I got 45 things in my head. So guys, I'm like you, okay, in many ways. But I have to not force myself, but I'm excited. That's what I'm telling myself right now. Is I'm excited about NLP. I'm excited to go and learn these things. But for me, I have to come up with these tricks. So one of the other things I do, Sarah, is I look at myself like, okay, so if you have a starving artist, right? Nobody ever dogs the artist out. I mean, unless their stuff's terrible. But if they've got good stuff, oh, that's so beautiful. You're so talented. You're so creative. And I'm like, you know what? I'm an artist. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm an artist. I have a creative mind. I'm an artist. I just use marketing as my canvas. And and so I'm just expressing myself. I'm creative. I'm an artist. I'm putting out there what I want, and the people that are attracted to that, then they're going to love it and they're going to think it's beautiful. And for the others, you can keep passing and go look at the next video, you know what I mean? And so when I kind of have that perspective, it's easier for me to just put content out and not care, because I'm like, whatever I'm putting out there is coming from here, my experiences in life, my experiences in the marketing world, my experiences with other human beings, relationships I have. So this is what's inside me. I don't want to, because a lot of people they look at certain things and they go, okay, if I'm going to be successful, they find a model. This individual is successful. This is how they do their TikTok. This is how they do their YouTube. This is how they do it. I'm going to do everything they're doing. And it's just not, it's like an artist that likes to paint a certain way, but they're painting a completely different style because they think, oh, I have to paint that way to be successful, but I really love painting this way. It's like, it doesn't work. And eventually people in the marketing world, I see that's why people quit. They'll find a coach and a mentor, and yes, find those people, find people you can relate with, but you have to develop your own marketing style, and you have to fall in love with your own marketing style. You have to fall in love with
Yeah,
it. You
and
really
not
have to fall in
overanalyze
love.
it and not
You
overthink
really,
it. That's the thing.
You just have to be yourself.
Yeah.
You don't have to love it. If you're just yourself, you should love it anyway, shouldn't you? But you just have to be yourself, because there are plenty of people out there. I'll tell you something though, you know Russell Brand, don't you? You went to see him live, I believe.
Oh yes, we've had a lovely hug and everything. It was
Oh, there you go.
Mr. Russell Brand.
So I actually went. I actually went, and I paid a fair chunk of money to go and train with Paul McKenna, who's well known in the UK, maybe not so much in the US. I don't know, but he's known more as a hypnotist in the UK, but he's actually a master NLP practitioner, can't even say it. And he trained directly with Richard Bandler, and they both did a weekend of like solid training. And Paul McKenna actually told this story about Russell Brand. So he said, get a phone call, and it's Russell Brand, and he's at one of these big award ceremonies in the US. I don't know which one it was. And Russell Brand had to go, and he was presenting one of the awards. So it was live in front of millions of people, billions probably, I don't know, certainly millions of people around the world. Okay. Loads of people in the audience, a lot of sort of focal point on Russell Brand, a lot of pressure. And he said, Paul, I don't think I can do it. And Paul McKenna said, okay, how long are you going to be on stage? And he goes, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes, I guess. And he said, okay, so out of your whole life, how big out of your whole life as a percentage is that 4 or 5 minutes that you're going to be on stage? And he goes, well, it's nothing. Out of my whole life, is it? It's nothing. And he said, okay, so it's nothing. So in that nothing, what is the absolute worst that could happen? And Russell Brand's like, I might stumble over my words, because everything's all on auto cue. I might stumble on my words. I might trip, and I might fall when I walk on stage. Somebody in the audience might jump up and hit me. And Paul McKenna said, how likely is any of that? Not likely. It's on auto cue. I know how to read. No one's going to jump out the audience. There's security there. And Paul McKenna said, so what are we worried about? And he goes, yeah, you're right. And he just went and did it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that helps, but when you do one of your videos, what's the worst that could happen?
Get heckled.
On a live?
Yeah.
Goodbye.
I know.
So somebody
Somebody
told me
might pop up from a past and go, what the bloody hell are you doing? You look like an idiot.
And then what would you do?
I'd probably turn it off and go and cry.
I'd just still bank the commissions.
Yeah.
Feel good.
Yeah, no, I know.
It's so amazing because you have hundreds of videos, and then you also have these funny, creative, really wild TikToks, right? And you know, people have access to it.
No, it's mad, isn't it? It makes no sense.
Yeah, there's something about going live. You know, for the other thing you may do that may help. I did this when I speak, you know, live. I can go off the cuff, but when I'm on a live, I don't care. It's like Paul. I'll just open it up and just start talking, right? But when I've spoken in front of people, it's a little bit different for me, right? Because I'm in front of them, and I can feel the energy. It's different than a live. You feel their energy, and you know it does affect your body. And it, you know, I would they couldn't visibly see me, but I had a little shaking going.
Yeah, you get that adrenaline shake, don't you?
So what? Yeah, that happened the first time I spoke. So I said, okay, because I just went up there and just ad-libbed, and I still did I guess they said I did okay, but I really didn't feel comfortable. So what I started doing is it just in my head, because I had to speak at another deal with like 5,000 people in a deal that I was in, and I had like 2 months before I had to speak at this thing. I didn't write anything down. I just started in my head as I was going through my day. I just started framing out what I wanted to say, and I started visualizing myself on the stage and started going. I was working through the presentation just in my head. I never wrote it down. And every day I would just go, okay, I feel like I got that section done, and I got that section done. And then I got on stage and I almost verbatim. It was crazy because as I'm telling this, it was all coming out of my mouth, and I'm like, holy crap, this is verbatim what I practiced in my head for 2 months.
Yeah.
I made a few modifications or went off on, me, I go off on a tangent, but just a couple, but I stayed intact. And I had so many people come up to me after, and they had some phenomenal speakers there. And I'm like, why are you coming up to me? Like, I'm not even a speaker. Like, and they're like, and then I realized, like, okay, in front of people, that's what I have to do. So maybe even if like you're just out or the kids are karate and you're sitting there and you go, I want to go live tonight. And just start framing it out in your head. Just pretend like I'm on the live. This is exactly what I'm going to say. And that, I mean, I don't know, but that gives me tons of confidence.
When you were planning it out in your head, Eric, were the audience there when you were planning it out?
100%.
Yeah. So we call it future pacing, and a lot of the stuff that you get in NLP is like common sense and stuff that a lot of people do. It's just that they don't realize that they can change it, so they go down the negative rather than sort of the positive. So that's called future pacing, and it's mental rehearsal, right? So you plan it, and for every job interview I've ever had, I had it 10-20 times in my head before I actually went for the job interview. And I think I only didn't get one job that I went for, and it went to a young 19-year-old blonde girl. So I don't know.
Compete with that.
I'm not saying anything, but I don't know. That was DFS.
Paul, here's the thing, Paul, that was crazy about that particular one. I had a section in that presentation where I decided in my head, and I visualized this whole thing, and I decided that I was gonna take my phone out, and I was at that, yeah, it was my phone, or it was, yeah. I was trying to think if it was the old video thing, but it was my phone, and I wanted to do a message to the haters. So I said, hey, this is Eric Green. A lot of you guys have seen me over the years. You've seen, me struggle. Some of you guys have been very, had my back, but a lot of you guys thought I would never make it. I'm successful, but I'm here with just a couple of friends, and I want them to express, whatever it was, or something like that. It's not verbatim. Anyway, then I took the phone and I prepped everybody before I did this. And I said, hey, I'm going to do this video for the haters. This is what I'm going to do. And when I turn the phone around, I'm going to pan it through the audience. And I want you guys to stand up, and I want you to scream at the top of your lungs. If those wild ones are out there that want to jump up and down and flail your arms, do it. And so I pictured this whole thing in my head, and I'm on stage and I do it. And I mean, it was almost like the exact vision in my head of all these people, the way that they were acting and yelling. It was exactly like, and I panned across and back, and then, I finished out the video, and that video is still up there somewhere. You guys may have seen it. I don't know. I'll find it, but it was crazy. I was like, oh, man, as I'm panning the camera, I'm like, this is exactly what I visualized, like to a T.
Yeah.
To a T. So I'm real big on that stuff.
So can I just point out the difference then, Sarah, when you're going, what if this goes wrong? What if I say the wrong thing? Compared with Eric seeing everything going perfectly. And that is the secret. That is honestly the secret.
I need to switch the way I think.
Things tend to go the way that we see them going. And most people are, what if I say the wrong thing? Guess what you're focusing on?
Yeah.
My old favorite is always, you understand English, don't you? So whatever I say, don't think of a blue elephant with wings flying over the Eiffel Tower in France in the moonlight. To make sense of that, you've got to make a picture of a blue elephant with wings over the Eiffel Tower. So when you're saying, what if I say the wrong thing? Guess what you're doing in your head?
Setting myself up to say the wrong thing. Completely.
But then guys, right, the sensible thing to do is, okay, so I'm going to assume I'm going to say the right thing. But then also what I do, and I don't know if you do this, Eric, but I also say, okay, so what if I do say the wrong thing then? What would I do if nobody jumped up and they all went, yeah, you suck? What would I do? I'd just stop the video and it wouldn't go out, and I'd delete it after. And that, so it's good. You mental rehearsal isn't just like seeing it. I'm not one of these guys that believes in like, oh yeah, peace and love, and if you just see it, it will happen and all that. It's largely true, to be honest. Science backs it up, but it's largely true. But also, I do plan for what goes wrong. I cover my ass.
I mean, I don't know. A little friction is good, though. You know what I mean? Like,
Totally.
Just be transparent. You know, I mean, I don't care if somebody comes on and hates or says something to me. I mean, and sometimes I agree with them. They look at me like I'm crazy. They're like, hey man, you're whatever. And I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. But I'm still on here doing what I'm doing because I love it. And, you know, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Where could you be right now? You know, you could be spending time on focusing on your family or kids or, you know, your passion. What is your passion? I just turn that stuff around on people like, hey, this is my passion. I'm still learning. You know, that's what people appreciate. That's what people love is like, okay. And Sarah, it's crazy because like you need to run into the things that you are scared of because the reason, see, I know this sounds a little crazy, right? And I don't worship them. You know, we all worship somebody, right? God, all that. And I know they're not real, but I in my head, remember I tricked myself. I'm like, there's marketing gods up there.
Say that again. You're a bit quiet. Say that again.
There are marketing gods up there looking, right? But there's also the marketing devil up there. He's going, all right, dude, I don't want you to do lives because live's going to take you to another level. And this is all happening in your head, but he's going like, people are going to look at you weird because you're a trader, Sarah. Like I see you, like I always wondered, like, man, I do this too. Man, Sarah's so funny. She's so personable. Like, and she's trading. Like, I just take my camera and set it up while I'm trading and just have fun with it. Like, oh my God, look, it's going down. What the hell's going on here? You know, and just go live. You don't even have to say anything. Just go live and I'm in the middle. Oh, hey guys, how you doing? Yeah, I'm just trading right now. You might not care, but I do this like an hour a day to make it.
I just got my 10 pips, by the way, on this call as well.
Yeah, well done.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, and that may be, you know, I mean, just do it.
Yeah,
you know,
I know.
Okay.
People say this to me a lot. And even Michelangelo Martin said to me once, he said, like, why are you not on like some sort of TV reality show and just being you in your life? He said, you just make me laugh. And I'm like, well, I don't do anything. And he's like, yeah, but you're just so normal. And I'm just like, I don't know. It's a confidence thing. I think I watched something you said yesterday, Eric, as well on another call, and you were saying that you just got to do it. You just got to stop overthinking and just bloody do it. And I think that's where I need to do. I just need to jump over that fence and just go for it, and just see what happens because I'm sort of hiding behind it at the moment a little bit. So I don't know why. It's weird.
So how long will it be out of your life? What's the worst that could happen? And how likely is that to happen? It's not, you know, the worst. What is the worst that could possibly happen?
I know, and even the worst isn't that bad, is it?
Really? Doing a live video
I know,
compared with the rewards. And then I'll give you again, if you're listening, guys, you know, if you're on YouTube, it's cool. But if you're listening, okay, this might try and explain it as best I can. This is a martial arts technique, and I've seen this again. Paul McKenna he said, hands up who's got a fear of public speaking in front of the audience. And some people raise their hand like really confidently putting their hands up. And he went, I'm not taking any of you because obviously you just want attention, because if you really had a fear of public speaking, you'd be like this lady here who's like got a finger just kind of slightly raised up. And he's like, okay, what's your name? And I think it was Jenny. And he goes, come with me, Jenny, grabs her hand, and he sort of runs her to the front of the stage past all the audience. And she's like crouched like this little thing on the stage. What's your name? Jenny. Oh, hi, Jenny. And what do you do? Oh, I'm a student. And you don't like public speaking? No, but I need to do some for my course or something like that. He goes, okay, Jenny. So he said, all your focus is in your head because that's where your brain is. And I'm just doing this real brief, and he clicked his fingers right in front of her forehead. And he says, this is where your focus is. Your eyes are up there, your ears are up there, your nose is there, your mouth is there. You're thinking up in your head. All of our focus is in our heads. And he said, all I want you to do, right, is take it from there and he put his hand down to in front of her belly button, and he said, take your focus from your head down to your belly button. And he ran down to the bottom of the hall, and he goes, what's your name? She goes, Jenny. Right, she had the mic, she didn't need to shout. Yeah. And he's like, what you say, you're a student? Yeah. What course are you on? I'm on this course. And what does that involve? Well, I do this. And she's talking like 5 minutes, and he said, I thought you had a fear of like speaking in public. She goes, I'm all right now. So that little, it sounds so stupid, and a lot of NLP is, and there are loads of techniques we can do to help with that sort of stuff, but that was amazing to see it done live, you know. And she might have been an actor, I don't know, but I don't think she was.
And the other thing, Sarah, is like, I think you should look at lives as, you know, as a creative process as well. I think you're looking at it as, hey, I'm just going to go live, and now I've just got to speak, and what the hell do I do? You can still prep for a lot. You can still prep for a live just like you would a TikTok video. You can literally do live, Sarah, and never say one word. That's how creative you are. I'm serious. You could take flashcards and be like, hey, I'm Sarah. I'm a mom, and I'm a Forex trader. I really am totally freaked out about doing live, so I'm doing these cards. I've done hundreds of YouTube videos and TikToks, but I'm scared to death of lives.
Yeah.
And you never say a word, just do like a flashcard thing.
And what you should do is you should write, I'm scared of getting my words wrong, but misspell one of them.
Right. So just you're creative. You're like, we're a lot alike that in that way, and you feel good about it being creative. So if you can turn your lives into fun, creative things instead of looking at it that way, like it is, like it's a TikTok, right? And just get super creative with it. I mean, you could do, that could be your whole gig with live. I mean, you could do really where you don't say anything. It'd be a flashcard like, hey, I'm trading today. I just got my 10 pips. If you want to know what that, you know, whatever.
There's ways around.
I want you to speak on lives because you're good at that, but I'm just saying there's so many ways to do it. Just
I've got plenty of hats. I can entertain them with my hats.
I know a guy as well who was struggling, and what he did is he actually printed out a picture of like one of his best mates, and he put that just behind the camera. So when he was talking to the camera, it was like he was talking to his best mate.
Yeah.
I know you haven't got any friends, so that's
no, I haven't. So I've got no one to stick up there ever.
Do Davina McCall. There you go.
That's it.
So yeah, there's also, I mean, you know, again, NLP, there's something called submodality shifts, and the thing with NLP is it's like we could talk all day long, but words don't always do it. So your brain, you have no problem doing a TikTok video, and your brain codes that information in a certain way that it's a TikTok video, therefore it's fine.
I think because it's like 10 seconds long as well, I can cope with that.
Well, you could do 10-second lives.
Or hey, wine with Sarah. I mean, you could go live, have your bottle of wine there, a glass of wine.
Drink it all in one go.
I guess what you're talking about. You're not even talking about marketing. You're just saying,
just join me for a drink.
Are you a mom? Let me tell you a few stories that happened to me today. You know, my
fucking kids today. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, exactly. And then you can kind of incorporate in like the Forex thing or whatever it is you're kind of doing that. But you know, 80% of the live could just be, you know, wine with Sarah, and you know, just
that could go horribly wrong, Eric. Honestly.
And then to get engagement, they tell me what happened to you today in comments. Get loads of engagement.
Yeah.
See, there you go. That could go horribly wrong, but don't say it could go horribly right.
Yeah. Well, I could kind of do a, you know, surviving the summer holidays with the kids while marketing, while Forex trading type thing as well. So there's lots, I mean, there's so many ideas, I know, and I just need to get myself moving and grooving and get it done.
And the great thing about a live is it's there and gone. You're done. It's just incorporated into your week. Like, hey, like Paul, he goes live. What do you go live twice, 2-3 times a day, Paul?
Easy.
Probably. Easy, right?
When I'm recording a training today, and it's a training that I actually did live just before the pandemic for a company, and I was teaching them like how I basically built my business, and I think we started at 9:30, and I showed them. By the time we were like at 9:45, I'd already done 5 lives that day. And it was like, I'm at the hotel, I'm just getting my breakfast, I'm actually teaching today, you know, and these are some of the guys. So that was the first one. I think the second one was as I was walking up to the building, I'm like, it's so great to have a business that's based in the UK. Here I am. you know, and they actually invite people to come in to the offices to see it and give them training. I think that was number 2. I know I did one with one of the students. We jumped on and we did a live together, you know, for like cross marketing. Okay, and then I did one. It's like, hey, I'm actually starting to teach now. That was 4, and I can't remember what the other one was, but there we go. Probably
I
when I was
suppose
in,
the more you do them as well, it
Sarah,
becomes more natural, doesn't it? So
you're able to go live on TikTok now, right? Because you have enough followers.
yeah, I can do that as well, but I've not done that either.
I mean, that's a huge untapped market that
Yeah,
you have at your fingertips.
I know.
You've built a really fantastic TikTok account. You get, I think what's that one video you did? You have 1 million views?
It's on 900,000 now, so
Wow.
I'm nearly about to go viral on that one, which is like mad. But the amount, it's not just the video. I mean, the video is just ridiculous, but it's the amount of people that have followed me off the back of that video. I've now gained about 400 to 500 new followers off of that video, which now when I put my Forex ones on, or where I put my marketing ones on, that's sent to them. So, you know, I drop the trending ridiculous videos in to get the views up, but actually what I'm doing is getting the views up and getting the followers in, and then bombarding the followers with whatever it is I'm doing at the time. So
go ahead. Go on.
I'm just saying, like, that's a huge market. You've built that, and you have this live feature just sitting there, and it's an opportunity for you to now allow your audience to get to know who you are. They're getting to know who you are, this Sarah and the TikTok Sarah, but get to know who you are as an individual and some of the things that you're involved with and what you're doing. And I just, it's to me, I would go live on Facebook too, because you've been on Facebook a long time and people follow you there. But I mean, I think you're really missing the boat not doing the TikTok stuff. Because as soon as I hit enough followers, as soon as I hit enough followers, I'm going live every day on TikTok, man.
Yeah.
You've got a video with that many views and you're like worried about going live. Crazy.
I know, it doesn't
Because it should give you the confidence. But I can help you maybe one-to-one. We can jump on because we can do what's called a submodality shift. But can you send me the link to the video? And what I'm going to do, if you're watching on YouTube, it's going to be the link to Sarah's TikTok will be in the description. If you're listening on the podcast, it will be in the show notes. If you're listening on one of the directories, it will be in the show notes. Okay. And if it ends up on Facebook or something, we'll drop it there. Are you okay to do that?
Yeah, no, that's fine. I just say yes to things now, haven't I?
straight after this, we're going to challenge you to do a live to say you've just been on a podcast that's going to be out soon. Watch out for it. 30 seconds. Could you do that?
Yes, Paul.
So what we'll do is we'll put the link to Sarah's live as well.
Oh God. Yeah, right.
So you can actually see Sarah's live off the back of this. Okay, and then everybody that's listening to this, whether they're seeing it on YouTube, listening to it, will be giving you a round of applause and supporting you for actually doing what most people are scared to do.
Okay. Right. Okay. There's a challenge.
Well, it's not a challenge. It's an opportunity. Honestly, I'm not. We were chatting to somebody at a party a few weeks ago, and he's like, we said like a problem, and he went, I don't believe in problems, do you? And I'm like, yeah, we all get problems. Everybody has problems. We do. It's how you perceive it, how you deal with it. Yeah, I'm into the positive, like, yeah, you get a problem, you sort it out. So but you got a ready-made audience, Sarah, that like what you do. So, you know, it's 30 seconds of your life to just go, I've just recorded a podcast, watch out for the link, we'll drop it soon. That's 30 seconds.
On my Facebook, my personal one, yeah? God, what with all the people that I know seeing me? Yeah, okay, right. If you want to make it easier, you say I was invited to be on a podcast. Okay.
Then when people, if anybody that you're concerned about, because they all pay your bills, don't they?
No.
Yeah, exactly, right? So if anybody says anything, I was invited, I make money from it. What do you want me to do?
Yeah, no, okay, I'll do it.
And then
I get people criticize my stuff sometimes, and I just go, oh yeah, okay, I'll take that on board. Can you show me yours so I can see an example? They never have one to show me. Some of the most expensive advice you can get is from broke people.
Yeah.
And then of course you have the live for the shadow group.
Oh yeah, got that for you.
That's got to be more than 30 seconds. So.
Okay, yeah. What do you want me to do in that? Just talk about what I'm learning and stuff and what's coming up and.
I just think maybe just talk a little bit about, just share your story a little bit.
Okay.
And then just talk about the importance of mentors or coaching, you know, and, you know, how that's helped you in your business and that sort of
Okay.
thing. And that doesn't just apply to me and Paul and this, what we're launching. I mean, it's people you've listened to in the trading space from IML or wherever. I mean,
Okay.
I'm sure you've got multiple people that coaches and mentors throughout the last, you know, years that have helped you, and how important that is, how it's helped take you to another level. I think that'd be a really good live to kind of go through. And then the only thing for people that are watching this, because we are launching a coaching course, we've got about 3 days left in a promotion.
At the time we're recording this, they might be listening to it in the future. So if you come,
Yeah, that's true. If you can, if you haven't been listening on whatever day this is, right?
this is the 28th of July. If you're listening on the 28th of July, you got till the 31st of July, 2022.
But what I want to say is this. I want to say real quick, is, you know, the best thing that can happen is to be around a community, around individuals that can either change your perspective, tweak your mind a little bit, and get you to take action on things that you're fearful of. To me, that's more important sometimes than the marketing itself. I know a lot of people who know a lot of things. I know guys that have been in the industry who met for years. They've just been tooling around the industry. They haven't really made any kind of money in the industry because if I call them, they can tell me everything about a YouTube ad. They could tell me everything about YouTube. They could tell me everything, but they don't do anything with it.
Yeah.
They don't do anything with it. It's kind of like that, you know, college professor who's teaching you, you know, finances and how to be wealthy, and the guy's getting in his, you know, $10,000 car that's barely running and going to his apartment. You know what I mean? It's I mean, I hate to say it like that, but and you're paying for this massive education, nothing wrong with that. But then you've got, you know, some 30-year-old guy that, you know, dropped out of high school, who barely had anything, and he just pulled up the bootstraps, learned and applied what he was learning, and became a multimillionaire. Who do you want? Those are the people I want to listen to. Those are the people that inspire me. Those are the people that make me want to take action, because I relate to those people. I'm like, okay, you didn't have maybe the best situation in life. Maybe you had a lot of obstacles. You didn't have a silver spoon in your mouth. You figured out a way to go out by just taking sheer action. You figured out a way to go create success for yourself. Those are the people that, because they know all the landmines, they've stepped on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Most people they don't want to fail. They don't want to be looked at or judged or any of that sort of stuff. But Sarah, you've already been judged for 5 years. People are judging you, whether you know it or not. They're judging you. They may not say anything to you personally, but we put ourselves online. We put ourselves out there. We're always, I mean, you walk in a grocery store and you look at somebody, and everybody's judging everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, who cares? I don't care. I mean, it's like, it doesn't matter, because you're not, the other thing is, you're not my target audience. As a marketer, what do I care about? My target audience. That's it. Like, that's all I care. And if you really think about, this is my target audience, this is the people I'm speaking to, these are the people that I'm trying to help, then it becomes now, you know, you become somebody that's providing value for those people. I know you got back and forth. It's hilarious.
She's grown.
Those are your people, you know what I mean? Those are the people that you need to focus on, and none of these other people really matter, you know, at the end of the day. And you have valuable information, and it's like being selfish. Like, hey, I have.
Yeah, totally. I was going to say that you are, if you're not putting it out there for the people that need it, want it, that you can help. I actually, you know, because of people that basically, I won't say a rude word, but have no interest in it, that's fine. That's fine. But if you're not putting it out to the people that you can help, well, surely that just makes you selfish.
Need to get out my own way, as they say.
Just in the UK, how many moms are in the same situation you are, right?
Oh, God.
3 or 4.
They're all over. 1 or 2, right?
Yeah.
So how many, you know, some of them may not have any interest, but how many of those moms, and everybody, not just moms, but how many of those people can you help who haven't seen you yet, or you haven't opened that door or gateway for them? They would love to be in your shoes. They would love to know how you're doing what you're doing. And you know, a lot of people want to have fun too. You know what I mean? They can talk about whatever, but you know, people like to have a good time. You know, it's life is hard enough as it is. That people
Yeah.
laugh at me with TikTok stuff. I'm like, I don't care, man, because it breaks up my day.
Yeah.
I need that stress reliever. So it's fun for me. So if you don't like what I do, change the channel. I don't care.
Yeah, scroll on.
All good. You don't care about me anyway. So there's a cool video right past mine. Why even look at mine? You know? So anyway, yeah, I can't wait to
No,
see
that's
the live.
brilliant.
All right, guys.
I
I
guess
think this is a good time to close it out. I got plenty to be doing, but fun as ever, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. So I
No,
hope you
thank
enjoyed
you.
listening.
You're no fun, Paul.
I'm no fun. I'm the serious one. Because hi, Harriet. If you're watching on YouTube, that's Harriet. Hello.
Hi, Harriet.
How are you?
From
You
the
enjoying
United-
your school holiday so far?
You are?
It's not been long, not long enough yet, is it? Right.
I want that ice cream now. I gotta go have ice cream.
Yeah.
Is that a rocket lolly?
Yeah, rocket lollies are the best.
Takes me back to the 70s. Right. Okay, guys.
Right,
We're
thank
gonna,
you guys. I learned a lot there, and gonna go for it. Because what I've got to lose, nothing.
No, it's got everything to gain. That's the
Yeah.
point. The worst that can happen is you don't like it and you delete the live. And if somebody says something to you, it's not, you know, when they pay your bills, you'll
No,
listen.
that's it.
Just
All right, guys, so we'll end the recording. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
All right, guys.